California Hope 805 is a disaster recovery organization that was created on behalf of a FEMA grant that came to Santa Barbara County. So what they ended up doing was contracting through the Mental Wellness Center, which is a nonprofit organization in Santa Barbara, to create a team of crisis response counselors, of which I am one. There are 15 of us total, including 2 program managers, and we began this process in the end of February, March of this year. Essentially, we are here to help facilitate disaster recovery in all forms. So that includes not only emotional supports and mental health supports for the community, as well as linkages to resources. We come from a lot of different backgrounds. So we have folks here that are trained in emergency operations. Some come from a mental health background like myself. Others have run their own businesses. Some are full-time moms. So it really runs the gamut on our team, which is part of, I think, what makes us so unique and part of what brings us a lot of strength in our program, because we can come about disaster recovery through a lot of different lenses.
And one of the things we do is we link to resources here in the county of Santa Barbara. We help with providing psychological first aid to those that are in crisis, and we help ground and stabilize them. Because depending on your age group, you're going to react to disaster differently. So one of the things we can do is just normalize it. Tell somebody, yes, it's okay to be feeling this.
Okay, we're kind of talking about what a new normal is. I had a conversation with this guy, and I'm like, yeah, I made it through the fire. I made it through the debris flow, and man, okay, let me get this straight. You can't pay your mortgage payment. You don't have a house anymore. Your kids are living in a hotel room. You don't know when their next payment's going to be to buy anything, but you're doing just fine. Yeah, I made it. I get a lot of those, which is absolutely amazes me, because I tell them, I go, you're not doing okay.
We go talk to people. We have phones here in the Montecito Center. Whenever somebody wants to call us up, we're available for people. Part of recovery is telling your story over and over until you just no need to say it anymore. But we're here to listen as many times as someone needs to hear. It's not necessarily counseling. We still have the idea of confidentiality here. So people can come in knowing that whatever they come in with, we won't go telling others, because this is such a small community. There needs to be that sense of intimacy that we will keep sacred for you. This space is for you. A great thing about this whole program is that we're not people that come from out of state or from another part of California. We are the community.
But the most important thing we all forget is it happened during Christmas. That is our biggest finance for so many people to set them through the rest of the year. Any retail store you could think of was impacted by that problem.
A lot of people have been impacted, not just the businesses, but also nonprofits. It's kind of getting a little bit tighter to help out. And nonprofits are majority of the money they get are not from funds or from emerging grants or anything like that. It's from the people.
And I'm going to explain the phases of disaster. Along this line, you have the emotional highs and the emotional lows. Here you have the pre-disaster phase. Then you have a threat. The impact is when something happened. And as a community, people kind of go into a heroic phase, and this is where you have your first responders, even your volunteer groups that kind of pop up, community members coming into action. And then you have the honeymoon phase, where communities are really coming together. They're trying to heal. And as you enter the disillusionment phase, this is where more trigger events happen. People kind of go through their ups and downs of, the community was together. Now it seems like no one's around. We've kind of moved on with life. People have forgotten about it, but here I am. I'm still having all my feelings, and I'm still struggling. Here you have the anniversary date, and there's a lot of different anniversary reactions depending on how the individual and community as a whole were impacted. And they're constantly working through grief, but even more so around anniversary events. And this is also where the reconstruction phase starts.
See, when you look at the picture, so many people have suffered in so many ways. Did all of us suffer in our community? Absolutely. Every which way imaginable.